To make these two cards, you're going to need 4 hole punches, your ink pad and stamp, double-sided tape, foam tape, your weeder, scissors, glue, your roller, piece of plastic, your die cut, 3 shades of cardstock, your Cricut machine and mat, your cutting board, and your die cut machine. Hi guys, this week we are going to be using our Cricut to make a card. So you want to open up your Cricut Design Space app on your tablet, phone, or open it up on your laptop or desktop computer, whatever you're using it on. Here I already have the card made, so I'm going to go to all categories, my projects, and select the card we're going to make. You can either custom-made your card if you want to add things to it still, or just click make. I'm going to be using 8 by 11 paper, so you want to change your paper size. Where you'll go, you click on the top on the arrow, click the 12 by 12 paper size, and then click the size you're going to use. So I'm going to use 8.5 by 11. Then click OK. Here it's going to show you how to lay your paper down on the mat. For this card, I'm using 3 different shades. I got a dark pink, I have a light pink, and a purpley pink. So you want to lay down your cardstock in the corner of your mat. I like to use my roller to roll it down so it's stuck evenly, no air pockets whatsoever to the mat. And once you have that done, you want to go over to your Cricut, make sure it's plugged in, turned on, and ready to go. So now that you have your paper down on the mat, you want to feed it in to your machine. Then you want to follow the steps on your design space. So next what you want to do is click continue. It will ask you to connect to your Cricut machine. It will ask you what material you're going to be using. I'm using cardstock. So in my setting, what I want to use, I have saved in my favorites. So you want to click heavy cardstock, and then it's going to ask you to load your tools. So you want to put your pen in, because you will be drawing on the card too. And then you want to load in your scoring wheel, which you will load in beside the pen. Then you want to press your Cricut symbol to start, and then it will do the work for you. First, it's going to score where the card's going to be folded, and draw in happy. Sorry, it's gonna draw my birthday. This card I'm making it for my niece for her birthday, as her birthday was just passed on the 1st. So she's getting a late birthday card and gift for me. Now it's asking you to put in your fine points. You want to take the scoring wheel out. And putting it in your fine point. I am putting in my deep point, not my fine point, as I find the deep point will cut better than the fine point will. Now it's going to be cutting out girl and the card and write down birthday. Now you want to unload your mat. Now you want to peel the card off the mat. I'm peeling it mat upside down so the paper does not roll up as much. You can keep the cutouts that you have down and glue them on a different card. Next, you want to load in your next color so you have a color underneath the card to show you the cutout. You want to put the paper down on your card, on your mat. It doesn't matter which side of the mat you use. You have to use this side. You can either put the paper on the top corner, have the arrow pointing in where you put it in your mat, or you can flip it around and have the arrow on the bottom. You want to go over with your roller quickly. And now you want to feed it through your machine again. And make sure before you press start that you have it on the next mat. This is going to cut out a rectangle so you can put it on the inside of your card. Your card will look like this. For some reason, my black pen is being funky and being a little shady today, so it only did half of the word. But you can still read it. And you want to pull your mat out. And repeat the step to take it off the mat. Now you want to pull it off your mat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cutout letters, girl, and make a birthday card with those cutouts too. Once you're done with your mat, you want to put the clear sheet back on top of the mat so you won't dry up the mat. The mat is sticky. You always want to keep your mat covered when you're not using it. So now you want to cut out your card so you can glue the letters down. So you want to put your cardstock down and put the envelope on top. And then line it up with your cutter. But make sure you cut a little smaller than the envelope. So before you start cutting, remove the envelope, cut, fold the paper or cardstock, whatever you're using to make your card. Put the envelope back on and repeat that step. You don't want to fold your scraps though, because you can use them later on. And there you have your card. Next, you want to go through your cutters and pick out the ones you want to use for this card. I'm doing a birthday card, so I want to do anything girly, because it's for my niece who just turned 6. Or you want to do girly and birthday related stuff. Now this card I did not pre-made ahead of time, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do just yet, or how I want to make the card completely. I might still grab some die cuts and do some die cuts too. I'm just randomly grabbing things out. Don't know if I'm going to use them all just yet or what. So now you want to just randomly start hole punching your papers with your die cuts. I don't know exactly what I'm going to use it yet for this card, but I'm going to cut out in 3 different colors. So there's one butterfly. I'm going to do a dark pink. The next color I'm going to do, I don't have that paper pre-cut or have any scraps of that paper. So I'm just going to use a full sheet. Normally I try to plan out making my cards, but today I didn't. This card I was planning on making, but I haven't had the time to make it ahead of time, as I've been very busy lately trying to put a schedule together, trying to do many other projects, waiting on packages to come in. Just busy with life. Sometimes if you hole punch does not want to go through, put pressure on it. Right now, I've only been making card videos, but soon I'm going to be doing some plastic canvas videos as well. I believe I only have 1 or 2 items of plastic canvas up on my channel. I will be making more of those videos in the future. There is one I want to do, as I need to make a few more of them for myself and put them up on my wall. I'm going to be making little picture frames that you can hang up around your house. I might go around and make different colors for these balloons for this card. I haven't decided yet. I might just stick with this color scheme. If you guys have any questions on my business, you can find my Facebook page on Facebook. I will link it down below. Rosemary's Homemade Crafts. Sorry, Rosemary's Homemade Creations and Gifts. I will post a link down below, so you guys can like and follow. I will even post the links down to my Instagram and my craft Facebook page. Those links will be all linked down below. Here we have 2 hole punches done. 2 more to go. I'm just ripping my pages as I don't have a scissor on hand at the moment. I'm rolling a bit. These hole punchers I have, the second hand, I bought them at thrift store. So there's still some pieces in the bottom of them. So, and since I haven't used some of these ones yet, I'm still finding them, so I'm still putting them in their containers. So I haven't decided yet which card I'm going to be giving my niece for her birthday. Is he going to be the one that cut out and has a background to it? Or it might be the one where I used to cut out letters and glue those to the front. So with the full sheet, what I'm going to do when I'm done with it, just cut off the edges and just put it in my scrap drawer. I always cut out extra pieces because I never know exactly how many I'm going to use on the card. my niece, she loves animals. She loves nature, pretty much. So I'm going to do unicorn, butterflies, and balloons on this card for her. I just gotta cut up one more butterfly, which I will need the die cut machine for. Not sure if I'm going to use that butterfly yet. All depends if it's going to fit on the card. So now what we gotta do is I need to cut up paper to have the paper the size I need for the die cut machine. So what I like to do is, since I know roughly where my cutter will cut, I will lay the butterfly down so I know what size of paper I need to cut. Here I'm going to be cutting 3 sheets of paper at once. Now I'll have some extra pieces cut out. That way I have some scraps laying around if I need them for something else. Next, you want to go over to your die cut machine. And you will want to set up a sandwich. So you want to put your one plate down first. Lay down the cardstock. Lay down your butterfly. Then you want to put it on top the other sheet of plastic. And just feed it through your machine. Now with this one, a lot of your cuttings, maybe not in this case, will get stuck in your die cut. And so you want to punch them out when you're done using it. We will see how this one turns out. Normally I get them stuck, but so far today I haven't got them stuck in the die cut yet. I'm cutting out more than one butterfly. So I have some extra ones on hand if I need them for another project, which I most likely will in the future. So I'm going to cut out 4, maybe 5. You want to repeat the sandwich making stuff every time you move your die. So I'm going to make a total of 15 butterflies. And the easiest way to get your butterfly unstuck is you grab your weeder, which you get it in your Cricut tool set, and just poke through the holes on the outside of your cutter. I use this tool for more than just weeding. I use it for this stuff to poke out all the small pieces, to get my parts like unstuck on the cutters and everything. There we have one sheet done. You can keep the sheet and use it as a stencil, or you can cut it and just use those butterflies on that sheet. Now you want to go onto your second sheet. Like all these little pieces that come from the inside your butterfly, you can either toss them or just keep them and just make a design over them on your card. So once again, you want to repeat making your sandwich and feeding it through the machine. You could possibly keep the paper in the die cut and see what happens. It may or may not cut through, so we will see. If you're not too sure what will happen, you can go through your machine 3 to 4 times. And by the looks of it, it cuts through. Normally you would want to clean out your die cut every time you use it, after every use. Just getting all the papers and everything out so it cuts properly. But here, I'm just trying to do this a little faster and saving a little time and clean it up once I'm done. Then you want to do the last color. I have some butterflies made from the last time that are a different color than what I'm using today. I might use that shade too. We will see. I know my table squeaks, it's an old table. Every time I get my dad to look at the table to see if he can fix the squeaking problem, it doesn't squeak. It only seems to want to squeak for me and my mom. See, the one butterfly I did, it did not fully cut through, so what I'm going to try to do is line up the cutter in the exact same spot and just try to recut it and see what happens. It may or may not cut. And if it does cut, it might cut in a different spot. See, on this one, since I cut them both a little closer to each other, I'm able to get 6 out of the sheet instead of 5. And if you plates crack while going through the machine, that is fine. It is normal. And that's nothing to worry about. Because it's just imprinting the design in the plate, which is apparently normal. And there you have your 16 butterflies. So now that you have your butterflies cut, you're going to want to go through them and punch out all the pieces that you need to punch out. So I'm going to be using my weeder again. And just punch out all the areas that need to be punched out in the wings. Some of them might already be done as the paper stick into the cutter. See, this one that didn't cut through the first time, when I went back over and cut it again, it went beside the butterfly. So it has some extra pieces attached to it. You want to repeat this step for all 16 of your butterflies. Sometimes if you want to make the time go by faster, you can, if you're comfortable doing it, stack the butterflies a couple at a time and then just punch through all the holes. Here I'm stacking 3 butterflies. If you're not comfortable stacking your butterflies and punching them out, I suggest you don't do it. Just make sure when you do it, you are comfortable and they are lined up. Most of the die cuts I have, they came from Amazon. So you can order them there. But I think this one came with my die cut machine. So I don't know if you can actually order this one separate or not. I'm pretty sure you could. Because I think I found it online separate as a set of 2 different butterflies. You might not be able to punch through all the holes if you stack them. You might have to do those holes one by one. If you guys want to hear some different music playing in the background, please let me know. But keep in mind that not all kinds of music I'm able to play because of copyright through YouTube. A radio station in the background that I listen to daily. But just because of copyright issues, I don't do that. I'm trying to keep all my little pieces in a neat pile so it's easier to move when I'm done punching these out. I'm going to be trying different angles with this tripod to see which angle works best. And if there is an angle that you like, please let me know so I can keep trying to use that angle while making these videos. Like before I got the tripod, you weren't able to see exactly what I was doing. You were only able to see me. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. Which will make these videos a lot better, in my option. Like, I'm happy it came in before I started recording this series of videos. Now that you have all that punched out, you can start to design your card. So you want to fold this card on the score line that was made. And then glue in the backing, which you will have to cut down to size. Still, for some reason, when you make a card on Cricut, it does not always allow you to size the square you need or the rectangle you need to put on the inside of the card. So you're going to need your scissors and your glue. And you're going to need your stamps too for the second card. For now, we're going to use this card first. And then work on the second card. So you want to glue the inside, just the half that you want glued down to the piece of paper. You can use any glue for this of your choosing. You don't have to use the glue that I use. The glue I use is not easy to come by. Like for this design, if you really wanted to, you can make a shaker card out of it. Instead of using the glue, you will use foam tape and a clear piece of plastic. The clear piece of plastic you can glue down first and then use your foam tape to make the box. So your sequins you put inside will move around. While the glue dries, you can decorate your card before cutting it down to size. So I don't know if I want to use the butterflies just yet. Because by the looks of it, it's going to overlap, which might be fine. You can glue down your butterflies, or you can use a foam square, or you could choose not to. I might use it on the second card. That's what I might do. So this one, I'm going to use small pieces and just glue them in place. Some of them might be small enough to where you can glue them inside the letters. You can lay them down first to a place where you want to put them, and then glue, or you can just glue one at a time. But you want to make sure you use colors that are not the same as the background where you're going to glue it. You could still make a shaker card out of it. Just make a little square box and have it in the corner, which I might do on my next card. Like you can even just glue your letters onto a piece of plastic. Or you could just raise it up. I'll figure that out in a minute. That one might look nice. But you gotta figure out how you want to do it. So, because you will need a frame. You don't want to use too many where you overfill your card. You just want to use a few. I think that's what I'm going to put on this card. So you can use your scissors to trim off the edges, or you can use your cutting board. I'm going to use scissors on this one. There you have your first card. What I'm going to do with this one, I am going to try and attempt a shaker card here. So I'm going to want to use my cutting board for this. To make the frame of the card. When you're cutting out the frame, you want to make sure that you don't cut the whole card. Yeah, I want to leave enough space so that I can read the word girl inside and possibly still put happy birthday on the edge of the frame. So I'm just going to use my guidelines on here. Hopefully I don't cut too much off. Like this part will be a little tricky. Like you want to use your Cricut for this. It will be easier. Because then you can actually don't cut too much off and have the right size you need. If you cut too much off, that's fine. Because you will be using your foam tape when you're putting it together, so you won't notice where you cut too much off. You might still need to use your scissors a little bit. Hopefully this works, we will see. I might need to cut a little more off. But I could also just glue the word girl on my plastic. But I don't know how well that's going to stay. I'm going to have to use my scissors so I can measure it properly. It might not be even. And I think I only need to cut off the two sides. I think the top and the bottom is wide enough. If you want it to look even, you can cut off the top and bottom too. So it will look nicer. Once a month, I do my recordings. And then I have them scheduled for every Wednesday to be posted. Some weeks, there might be a double video. Because I might go in during the week and record a second video for that week. So you might get 2 videos a week, you might get 1. If you guys have any ideas on what craft you want to see, let me know. If you guys want to do any contests, let me know. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't know my phone cut off. As I was saying, if you have letters under the border, that's fine. Because the border will be lifted up, so you might, when the card's staining, you might still be able to see it. Here I'm just gluing on the last few letters before I grab my stamp. Now before I use my stamp, I'm also going to put down one of the big butterflies. Like it's going to be, butterfly will be under the frame a little bit, but that's fine. Like I'm only going to be cutting off the top of the wings. Now gluing down these butterflies will be a little difficult because you have pretty much only thin lines. So you want to go around every single line possible. What I do most of the time, I would just put the butterfly down on a piece of paper, put glue down on paper, and just grab a paintbrush and paint the glue on. But today I'm just going to put it down like this. like before you put down your confetti, you want to make sure there is no glue on your card. If there is and it's still wet, your confetti will get stuck. So you want to try much as possible to get all the glue off. So once you have your butterfly glue down, you want to put your frame back on so you know exactly where you're going to use your stamp. I am using a light pink stamp. I hate how these stamps don't have the color names on them. Kind of wish they did, so that I know what stamp ink pad I need to use for future cards. It is a very light shade. Should have picked a darker shade. If you look from far away, it's hard to see what it says. Don't forget, you need to clean you want to clean your stamps off when you're done using them. So now, put the card aside. Grab your piece of plastic you have. Grab your frame. Make sure the plastic is big enough. Because one side of the plastic is bigger than the other. So you want to make sure you got the right side of your card sleeve. Now you just want to peel back the paper that's on the double-sided tape. And then you just want to put your frame on the plastic. Make sure when you tape it down that your plastic goes on flat. And then you just want to cut off the extra piece of plastic. And now you just want to put your foam along all the edges. You want to put enough foam on where it will create a lift. So when you put your sequins inside, they will have room to move around. I'm going to put 2, maybe 3 layers of foam tape on here. You will want to trim the excess foam off, as it will be sticky. You don't want anything getting stuck to your card. This part might be a little tricky. Like I said, it is sticky, so it will stick to your scissors. And your foam tape, it is double-sided. So once you put on the second layer, you want to peel back the pieces where they're stuck to the foam, so you expose that sticky side too. If you don't do that, your second layer of foam tape might fall apart on you. Foam tape, it has a little bit of a lift, not much. So it depends on how high you want to put it. See, I'm going to be, hopefully, if I have enough foam to where I'm going to put 3 layers on, which I should have enough. I have another roll still. But with COVID and some stores still being closed, I don't know if I can get any more foam. And if I were to order online, it will take over a month for it to come in. Where I have a local store, if it's open, it should be, where I can just walk in and pick up a pack. And I will have more rolls in that pack than if I were to order online anyways. Sorry if this video is a little on the long side. Because I decided to do this card last minute and I kept changing my mind on this card. I wasn't going to do a shaker card. I was just only going to glue down the bird girl and go from there, but then I decided to turn it into a shaker card. And then it also got cut off on you guys. Sorry about that too. Hopefully in the future, I will be making live videos. Maybe then it won't cut off. I ran out of space on my SD card in my phone. That's why it cut off. Now I'm using my phone space to create videos, and hopefully I won't get cut off. So I'll think when I'm done recording this video, before I record any more today, I will put stuff on my computer. Before you want to glue down your foam tape to the paper, you want to put some of your sequins down. I'm using these cutouts. I'm just going to use the unicorns. I might put some butterflies in too. I'm going to be using all 3 colors. Yeah, the light pink ones might be a little hard to see. But if you shake it and it goes against the dark, pink, then you will be able to see it. But we'll see what happens. On the dark paints, it would be hard to see on the dark ones. I'm just putting a little bit of each color that I did today in here. Then you want to line, well, first trim off the extra stuff so it looks nice. You want to make sure when you put this down, it lines up with your card. So you don't have any hanging over the edge. And there you have your shaker card. These shaker cards are still a little new to me, as this is only my second one that I've made. So hopefully later on I'll get better at it and I'll have the right plastic to actually use on these. I'm just using my card sleeves because I don't have plastic on hand. But you can buy the plastic on Amazon. And there you have your two birthday girl signs. You could also do these in blue for a boy, but you might want to change up the animals. Maybe not all boys like unicorns and butterflies. But you never know. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.